So another chapter in this never-ending drama has unfolded recently, and I wanted to talk about it because it involves a guy that I like. His name's BOWBLAX. He makes pretty informative content. He talks about drama, doesn't give any of his opinions. It's pretty objective. It's pretty good. I'll link the video that I'm going to use from him in the description, as I always do. Also, Ethan said that he was going to re-crucify Jesus on Christmas Day, which is like just weird. But I had already covered so many stupid things he said. Honestly, to do or say anything about what he was currently saying at the time, it was just way too repetitive. Basically, Ethan ended up funding a project that BOWBLAX had because the way it was set up, his merch, which happened to be plushies, would only go out if it reached a certain threshold of orders, and it wasn't going to reach the threshold within the time limit that BOWBLAX had. So
Ethan saw these two tweets and talked about them on his podcast.
Bobby, my boy, tweeted out, "Nobody is going to B-word the V-City on behalf of Ethan Klein. Stop being such snowflakes. Let him joke about B-wording the Pope." I wanted to express my gratitude to Bobby. There's nothing more than I want to cuddle up with a little Bobby doll at night to comfort me, neck beard and everything. And he's sold only 56 of them, and he needs 200 more. He's tweeted out he doesn't think he's going to hit the goal. This is so sad. Well, I'm proud and excited to announce today, in honor of our boy BOWBLAX, who's the stalwart, most loyal fan, a defender, we are committing to buying right now. Sam is processing the order, 144 BOWBLAX plushie dolls. Let's make this dream a reality.
to be quite honest with you, a good majority of the drama and what this video is going to be covering is his reasoning for doing this, because he ended up spending like $5,000 on this plushie thing, and of course KEEMSTAR got involved because why would he not? And that's a little bit down the line as of right now, or at least it was until KEEMSTAR saw that BOWBLAX had gotten all this stuff. And I brought this up in the description of my video. Me personally, I thought it was Ethan trying to one up KEEMSTAR. And when KEEMSTAR saw this, he put out a video on his Twitter talking about it. Here it is.
Let me get this straight, all right? My podcast, The KEEMSTAR Show, has been exposing the H3 podcast. We've been exposing one of the hosts, Klein, also known as Ethan Klein, for multiple different things. I don't even want to get into it. Or the other co-host, Stila Design, also known as Hila Klein, who her clothing brand allegedly has been stealing a lot of designs. And then, of course, we have Olivia, who's on the H3 podcast for doxing people live. And then we got AB, who's trying to get an old man fired. Multiple different things that we've been covering on the KEEMSTAR Show. Salvo leaves the show. Salvo starts bullying BOWBLAX for not being able to sell his little plushie to his fans, only selling 50 units. So to get back at the KEEMSTAR Show, Ethan decides to promote BOWBLAX's plushie, selling him extra 150 units.
KEEMSTAR's literally on his timeline making conspiracy theories about why H3 bought my plushes, somehow making it about him in order to rationalize why H3 would ever do this.
So I somewhat disagree with BOWBLAX here. There's a bit of a weird, windy story, but the way that the information came to me was that KEEMSTAR put out a dumb tweet being like, "Oh, BOWBLAX hates Jews," and people are saying that Ethan might have saw it and used this tweet about him being like, "Oh, you should be allowed to joke about bombing the Pope or whatever." And then Ethan was like, "Okay, I can show this guy some love for defending me out in the public, and also get at somebody who I think KEEMSTAR doesn't like because he just didn't do a sufficient amount of research." That's just a theory. Whether it has a ton of basis, not really, but it's interesting to think about at the very least.
So first of all, if this dude is trying to be like nice to BOWBLAX or whatever, which I don't understand the angle. Does anyone understand why? The only thing I can get at is like he's trying to, because Salvo was picking on BOWBLAX for not selling the merch. He's buying the merch to like get back at Salvo, and by getting back at Salvo is getting back at me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I was explaining that theory also before, but we know that Ethan doesn't really preview the content that he's fed. So do you think that's all AB looking into everything, or?
I don't know. It's just weird. All I know is this. All right. I am going to buy twice as many plushies as Ethan, but I'm not going to sell them to my fans. I love my fans. I'm just going to give them to my fans.
So this is a bit of an interesting theory. Obviously, the end there is just Keemstar trying to be like, Ethan, you're trying to make a profit out of this. I love my fans more than you. I'm cooler than you. I'm the cool guy here. That's all that is. And the theory, it holds a little bit of water. I don't know where they're getting the information that Ethan isn't too involved in his topics from, but if he is not as involved as he seems to be, then, it is possible that AB would also be like, all right, let's get one up on Keemstar, because he is pretty proactive in the community. I remember at one point he even debated Nicholas Diorio about Keemstar and Ethan. This was like a couple years ago. But if you're willing to go out there and go to bat for your boss at that level, I don't see the fact that you go out and you're like, oh, look, if we can get at him in this way, we just got to spend a couple $1,000s. I don't see that as super out of the realm of possibility. Let me know if you think that or that theory is just, completely bananas. But as far as I see it, it's at the very least plausible, if not probable.
And it got really weird.
Dude, those BOWBLAX plushies, man.
Now that's an investment.
Bobby's been talking kind of mad shit on Twitter, and I'm like, bro, I will refund those plushies so fast it'll make your head spin, bro. Thanks, Bobby. You sent me a really nice email and it was just. Yeah, no, it was super nice. He said he's always been a fan, and he said he's so sorry he's been hard on us.
Oh, that's
and that he apologized for all of his homies too, because I don't know, they kind of go hard, but he says they do it just for clout and it's not personal. So I thought that was really nice of him. So there it is. Bobby's a fan, and we love that for him. Now it was really nice.
So Ethan is claiming that BOWBLAX reached out to him in an email and was like, how my friends have made a ton of videos criticizing you and your actions. They're all doing it for clout. And this type of thing, backstabbing my friends in the community and burning all my bridges, which I've seen countless other people in the commentary community do, and it tanks their careers. I do it just to get in your good graces, Ethan. Seems a little off. Seems a little odd. I don't know why he wants to even put this information out there. I don't know what it would do for Ethan to put it out there. Maybe to be like, look at you, you're such a fan, bro. Like, you enjoy my content and you turned your back on your friends just to be cool with me. Look at me, guys, I'm so cool. It's weird. I don't know. Just kind of loser behavior.
So you're probably asking yourself, BOWBLAX, what was so weird about that clip? Well, it's because none of what was said in it was true. I never talked about Ethan negatively on my timeline at all, outside of retweeting this Augie RFC joke. And I definitely never sent an email saying that we only went after Ethan for clout, because I believe in what I say. I would never make up opinions only to get attention. That doesn't even make sense. Ethan and Keem do enough crazy shit on their own that I don't even need to say anything. It's why I've gone so popular sharing their feud, while never even really giving my own personal comments on it. I guess he was joking, but the delivery was so deadpan that I had to clarify this to my audience. So I tweeted out, "It's so weird how Ethan is trying to mold this fictional persona around my name, saying stuff like I'm talking mad shit on Twitter, and that I sent him emails saying sorry on behalf of me and my friends criticizing him. This never happened. He's just making random stuff up. He's trying to paint me as this crazy H3 hater that is coming to the light and reforming. This is all just over-exaggerations for the show. I've been documenting his feud with KEEMSTAR on my YouTube in a neutral way with the occasional opinion. That's it. Ultimately, I don't mind too much about this fake version of me he's creating for his show, but I wanted to address it here so that people get that Ethan was joking and I'm not held accountable for an email I never sent."
I think this was a good point to make, but he's not just making stuff up, he's lying about you. He's trying to get people to lose faith in you and make you lose your credibility. That was probably his goal there. He probably saw the retweet, or one of his employees showed him the retweet of that REFUNDS tweet, and he was like, I'm starting to dislike BOWBLAX. If I say something like this, you know what? I'm giving him too much credit. Genuinely. Maybe he just thought, oh yeah, people will start to think he's a loser. I was going to go off into this thing where, people in the community would stop, wanting to work with him as much, at least in Ethan's mind. But, maybe he just thinks, oh, people will lose faith in his credibility. They'll be like, oh, what a loser. I can't believe this guy, man. I used to like this guy. I thought he was so cool. Now he's turned his back and he's, sided with all these people that I would have hated before. I don't know. Maybe he thinks he has this, big, long, eyes and level plan, and it was just lame, and it's really not working. So anyway, BOWBLAX ended up putting out a short talking about pretty much the end of the drama. So I'll play that for you.
So about a week ago, Ethan Klein from the H3 podcast surprised both me and my fans when live on his stream he bought over $4,000 worth of my plushes just so it could reach the campaign goal, enabling them to get made and shipped out to everybody else who ordered them. Unfortunately though, last night he decided to refund all of his orders because of this Augie RFC tweet I retweeted. Once I announced that the campaign dipped back below its goal because of Ethan's refund, my fans immediately got to work to help push us past the goal again, and I even got help from KEEMSTAR who ordered 50, and Salvo Pancakes and Edwin, who promised to do a gay kiss live on stream if we reached the goal. I even got a DM from the quartering offering to help, although the goal was already reached by the time he sent that. I want to thank you guys all so much for the support, and to give back a little bit, I'm gonna give away an additional $500 to a random person who pre-ordered my plush, on top of the other $500 giveaway that I announced a couple weeks ago. You guys have less than 2 days to get the plush, so if you want to be entered into the giveaway, or just want to get the plush in general, click the link in the description below to order one right now.
Even though I think it was douchey of Ethan to decide to refund just because of a retweet, I'm weirded out that, somebody could decide, I'm going to stop funding this entire thing and see to it that a ton of people don't get their plushies that they wanted because I dislike this person and I liked them before. I can't just ignore it and move on. But then again, it is like $5,000, which honestly, that's not even a ton of money to him, at least, because he's pretty rich. He might not, always, show it off, but he's got it. He's got deep pockets. It's really cool that people decided to come behind BOWBLAX and be like, hey, I'll support you. And even the courting, all these people who hate Ethan are like, oh, Ethan screwed somebody over. I'm going to step in. I'm going to man the gap here and show out for BOWBLAX. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure most of the support was mostly pro BOWBLAX. And in this situation, most times I don't like to take sides in drama, but I am definitely pro BOWBLAX here because he has handled himself really professionally and really well. That's all I have to say about this entire drama. It just makes almost everybody, included KEEMSTAR and Ethan, look a little bit more lame, and it's surprising that they're both almost 40 and are still carrying on like this, but it is what it is. So thank you all for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. Goodbye.